What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Credit Plug channel. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as smash the like button. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about authorized user trade lines. Now, this is a very popular subject right now. What is an authorized user? So an authorized user is basically someone who is added to a credit card account. So a couple differences with authorized users is that an authorized user is not a primary account. So the authorized user is not liable for the purchases or anything that's spent on that particular card. It's the primary account holder. So usually how authorized users work, or the way they've worked traditionally, you'll have an adult, a parent who might have teenagers who might need a credit card, or they give them a credit card to use and they monitor their limit, monitor their spending, and basically give them limited access and control. Usually the best authorized user accounts are going to be with the major banks, the Chase, the Wells Fargo, Citibank, Capital One, Discover. Those are going to be the best accounts to use for authorized users because they report consistently. Now, there might be a couple credit unions here and there, but from what I've discovered, credit unions usually don't report. And, there's just a high demand for people who want authorized users, because when you're added as an authorized user, you get that initial spike or bump in your credit because you inherit all of the positive data. In today's video, I wanted to talk about some of the most popular authorized users, and I'm just going to give you some example, in my opinion, which credit card issuers are the best for authorized users. All right, so I want to walk you through how to add an authorized user for your Navy Federal credit card. So once you've logged into your Navy Federal account, you're just going to click on one of your credit cards, and then it's going to bring you to this screen right here where it says add authorized user. Now, from this point, you can add an authorized user. Now, they don't have to be a Navy Federal credit union member. They can be a non-member. However, if you are going to add a non-member, you're going to need their name, social security number, date of birth, phone number, email, as well as their address. And if they are a Navy Federal member and you just want to add them as an authorized user, you just need their access number as well as their date of birth. Now, Discover is another very popular credit card for people to add authorized users. It's very easy. You could do it all online, and Discover does report the authorized users to the major credit reporting agencies. So as it says right here, Discover reports the account history to the three major bureaus, to you and the authorized user. This can help the authorized user's credit history if used responsibly. Now, as it says right here, you get up to 5 authorized users on your account. Now, one of the reasons why Discover is popular is because they report really quick. So Discover is known to report within the billing cycle. So usually when you get added as an authorized user, you have to wait until the next statement ends. It's possible that the authorized user can hit your account in less than 30 days with Discover. Now, with Capital One, it's very easy to add authorized users as well. Now, right here, they have 2 different types that you can add to your account. So they have what's called an account manager. So this is often a trusted partner. So this might be a spouse or, someone that you really trust. Then they have just the regular authorized user with limited access. Now, the ways these report is going to be very similar. They're still going to report on your credit if you get added. In terms of just how Capital One has it, the authorized user is, the way they define it, is going to have limited access to the account. So this would be like if you have a child or, someone who you don't want to give full, complete access, you could set their credit limits and stuff like that. And again, with Capital One, they're asking for very basic information: first name, last name, phone number, date of birth, as well as social security number. Now, as it says right here, social security numbers are optional. However, it makes it a little bit more accurate in terms of them being able to locate your credit file when they report. So you don't have to put the social security number here in order for it to report, but having the social security number is just a more accurate way of verifying who you are, because people can have the same first and last name as well as date of birth. So that's not a unique identifier, whereas the social security number is going to be a unique identifier. Now, with American Express, it's also very easy to add an authorized user to your credit account. Now, one of the things about American Express is that American Express stopped doing backdated history. So from the value of an authorized user, it only helps really going forward. So if someone adds you as an authorized user to their American Express credit card, you're not going to inherit all of the account history. Basically, it's going to report as a new account. So in terms of value, the only real value is going forward, assuming that they continue to manage their account responsibly, as well as probably help with your utilization, because you'll also get that new credit limit reporting. But the way it's going to show up on the authorized user's credit report is as a new account. Amex stopped reporting back history several years ago. I want to say like 3 or 4 years ago now. And you're just going to need some basic information: first name, last name, email, social security number, again, which is optional. But like I said, it just helps with uniquely identifying who that person is. Now, the best trade lines are going to be from the major financial institutions, including Chase, Wells Fargo, Citibank, American Express, Capital One, Discover. The major banks are actually really good when it comes to reporting the authorized users. Now, as I mentioned with American Express, they don't do backdated history. With Discover, they're going to report really quickly, unlike some of the other financial institutions that might take 30 days or whenever the statement cycle ends, maybe a couple days after, 4 or 5 business days before they update the new balance and they can report the new user. Not too many credit unions do report authorized users, Navy Federal being the exception. So the rules with Navy Federal is that you can add 4 authorized users to each credit account. But one of the distinctions is that Navy Federal doesn't allow you to remove and replace someone. So basically, let's say you have 4 spots. If you remove someone and then try to add someone else, you have to wait at least 12 months before you can replace that slot. So that's one thing to consider with Navy Federal. I really think that it should just be reserved for people that you know closely, friends or family members. I don't believe in using strangers' credit profiles in order to boost your credit, because one thing will happen is if you're just adding or buying a bunch of authorized users, you're going to have all these different addresses reporting on your credits. I know there's a handful of people out there who are just anti-credit cards, only use a debit card, only use cash. But think about it this way. Let's say, several years into the future, you might have children, you might have nieces and nephews, you might have family members or friends who might need someone with good credit that they could piggyback off of and help them build their credit. But I know there's a lot of people out here who don't know anyone else with good credit. If you're someone who has good credit in your circle of people, you could really help by allowing them to piggyback off of your credit. Now, I'm not saying do this with strangers, but especially with children, this is a great way to help them get their head start when it comes to building credit, because credit is one of the most important things that you're going to need to navigate out here in society. Anyways, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And until next time, take it easy and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.